Back when I played, we had a great friendship. She was able to come to the Knicks practice. We took her through the basketball court. We had her, dunk the basketball and sat down and had a beautiful conversation with her and her family.
Taylor Swift just got defended by an NBA legend, and the way it happened turned a courtside insult into one of the most satisfying comebacks of her entire year. Because when a broadcaster questioned whether Taylor was even a real fan, doubting her loyalty in front of millions, it was a basketball icon who stepped in, set the record straight, and proved that her connection to the team goes back more than a decade. And the story behind it is even better than the headline. Here's what happened. Taylor showed up courtside at Madison Square Garden for one of the biggest games of the NBA Finals, sitting with her close friends, the Hyam sisters, and wearing a witty blue t-shirt reading Stevie Nicks. It was a clever blend of the legendary singer Stevie Nicks and the New York Knicks. It was fun, it was eye-catching, and the cameras could not get enough of her. But during the radio broadcast, a Knicks analyst was reportedly caught on a hot mic taking a shot at her. The remark was blunt and dismissive, questioning whether that was really Taylor Swift down there and flatly declaring that she was not a Knicks fan before telling her to get out of here. It was the kind of offhand comment that probably felt harmless in the moment. It was anything but. Because the second that clip hit the internet, the fandom mobilized. Swifties descended in force, flooding the analyst with evidence, history, and pointed reminders that Taylor's loyalty to New York was real and well documented. And that is when the cavalry arrived in the form of a genuine franchise legend. Amare Stoudemire, one of the faces of the Knicks during his years with the team, reportedly stepped up and confirmed Taylor's fandom directly. He recalled that during his playing days they had a great friendship, that she was able to come to Knicks practice, that the team took her out onto the court, and that they even had her dunk a basketball. He described sitting down and having a beautiful conversation with her and her family.
Back when I played, we had a great friendship. She was able to come to the Knicks practice. We took her through the basketball court. We had her, dunk the basketball and sat down and had a beautiful conversation with her and her family. And it was a great time. And I think honestly she's a Knicks fan.
In other words, this was not some bandwagon fan who showed up for a championship run. This was someone who had been around the team, behind the scenes, back when the franchise was struggling and there was no glory in showing up at all. And that detail is what makes the whole thing land so hard. Because Taylor's history with the Knicks reportedly stretches back well over a decade, to the era when Stoudemire was the centerpiece of the team and the wins were few and far between. She reportedly spoke years ago about how seeing Stoudemire and his wife and what genuinely down-to-earth people they were helped shape her affection for the team.
I literally, y'all, just did a piece on Knick Celebrity Row. Y'all, after the game, Ben Stiller and Christine Taylor are hugging me. I know the celebrities that are there consistently. I may have misspoke on her loyalties, but I had not seen her all season.
No, you
or the last season.
Right.
So the idea that she was a fake fan crumbled the moment the legend himself spoke up. As the analyst would later admit while walking back the comment, the fact that Taylor owns an original Stoudemire jersey meant she had been, in her words, in the trenches, supporting the team through its lowest lows. That is not clout. That is loyalty. It was a remarkable full-circle moment. The same arena that doubted her became the place where a legend vouched for her. And the same broadcast that dismissed her turned into the platform that proved her devotion was real all along. For a woman who is constantly accused of attaching herself to whatever is popular, having an NBA icon publicly confirm a friendship going back 15 years was the perfect, quiet vindication. And it could not have come at a more fitting venue, because that very arena is reportedly about to host the most important day of her life. So here is everything else swirling around this couple right now, because the courtside drama connects to a much bigger story. And the reason her appearance at that arena carried so much weight comes down to where the wedding is reportedly happening, because that very same building, Madison Square Garden, is reportedly the planned venue for the couple's wedding, set for the 3rd of July in front of a crowd reportedly numbering more than 1,000 guests. So when Taylor turned up there repping New York, fans could not help but feel she was making the place her own before the biggest moment of her life. The venue is reportedly a genius choice for one reason above all: privacy. The arena reportedly has no windows, so no outside camera can catch a single frame, and it reportedly offers underground tunnels so guests can arrive and leave unseen. For a couple fighting to protect their privacy, they reportedly found the ultimate fortress in the loudest city in America. Every guest is reportedly required to sign an ironclad non-disclosure agreement before learning a single detail. The one person missing from that courtside moment was Travis himself. While Taylor was at the game getting defended by a Knicks legend, Travis was reportedly tied up with his football commitments, the two of them once again showing up separately for their own worlds. In fact, just days later, he was reportedly hosting a one-night-only live show with his brother out on the West Coast. It was a special event tied to the World Cup excitement, with fans openly wondering whether Taylor herself might appear as one of the rumored surprise guests. It is the same pattern that defines this couple. Two superstars, two careers, two cities, somehow always orbiting back to each other. And the loyalty drama did not even end with Stoudemire's defense, because when the team pulled off a stunning historic comeback to win that night, Taylor reportedly celebrated wildly from her seat, throwing her hands in the air like the diehard she always claimed to be. It was the loudest possible answer to anyone still questioning her fandom. The doubters said she did not belong there. The legends said she did, and the win itself seemed to settle the argument for good. Meanwhile, the wedding plans keep tightening in the background. There are reportedly no mailed invitations going out, with the couple instead reportedly reaching out to guests directly by phone and text. They are even inviting a surprising number of non-famous people who were reportedly stunned to get the call.
I know it's going to be fun to plan, because I think the only stressful weddings are the ones where you have a small amount and people are on the bubble.
The most powerful figure in fashion reportedly offered to help plan the wedding, and Taylor reportedly turned her down to run the day herself. The dress is reportedly guarded like a secret, with reports of 6 gowns from multiple designers, several of them decoys, every designer under a non-disclosure agreement, and the couple still reportedly looks completely in love, recently spotted coordinating their outfits in red on a charming Broadway date night, laughing through the whole show before slipping out hand in hand.
Taylor.
That courtside night carried even more star power and even more drama than the insult itself. Taylor was reportedly seated alongside not just the Haim sisters, but a beloved TV star as well, turning her section into its own celebrity row. And in a jaw-dropping twist, the music executive at the center of one of the most public feuds of her entire career was reportedly seated just a few rows away. He was close enough that neither would have had to squint to spot the other. For years, the two have been locked in a bitter, well-documented battle over the ownership of her early music. As far as anyone knows, they never actually crossed paths that night. But the near miss alone was enough to send fans into a frenzy, piling even more intrigue onto an already electric evening. Even with all that swirling, the bigger picture is that Taylor's life right now is one long victory lap. She was reportedly just inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, with Travis reportedly flying in to support her, beaming in the crowd for his future wife. Her brand new original song, tied to one of the biggest family films of the summer, is reportedly already a monster hit, conquering the charts within days. And the pre-wedding celebrations are reportedly enormous, with a reported $10 million budget for Travis's bachelor party. It is a relaxed island getaway built around golf with his brother and his quarterback, while Taylor's own plans reportedly involve multiple bachelorette trips across her favorite destinations. The guest list keeps shifting in fascinating ways, too. Former best friend and supermodel Karlie Kloss is reportedly back in after the two women reportedly reconciled and put years of distance behind them. And there is reportedly a theory that Taylor has been quietly feeding slightly different wedding details to different people to flush out leaks. That means even the widely reported venue could itself be part of a clever trap. The earlier rumored June wedding in Rhode Island has reportedly collapsed entirely, with the venue itself reportedly denying it. That has led many to believe that date was always a decoy designed to burn out in the press while the real plan stayed protected. So here's the bottom line. After a Knicks broadcaster was reportedly caught on a hot mic dismissing Taylor as a fake fan and telling her to get out of here, NBA legend Amare Stoudemire reportedly came to her defense. He confirmed a friendship going back to his playing days. When she visited practice, was taken onto the court, and even dunked a basketball. Her Knicks loyalty reportedly stretches back over a decade to the team's lean years, and the analyst later walked back her comment after learning Taylor owns an original Stoudemire jersey. The whole thing unfolded at Madison Square Garden, the very arena reportedly set to host the couple's wedding on July 3rd in front of more than 1,000 guests. It is a windowless venue reportedly chosen for privacy, with underground tunnels, ironclad non-disclosure agreements, and no mailed invitations. Travis missed the game while handling his own commitments and reportedly hosting a live West Coast show, and the couple was recently spotted laughing through a Broadway date night. 18 days until July 3rd. They doubted her loyalty. A legend proved it, and in the end, the woman who has spent 15 quiet years cheering for a struggling team got the last laugh in the most public way possible, defended by an icon, celebrated by a fan base, and standing in the very building where she will soon say "I do." Sometimes the best response to a doubter is simply the truth, and this time the truth showed up wearing a championship-era jersey. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.